touch each other, but we're still touching.
Hey guys, welcome back to Thoughts and Feelings. I'm Charity and this is Robbie. Today we are going to talk about something that we battle with. You ready to get into a little fight today, honey?
I know, we're gonna fight. I'm anxious because I don't want to fight with you on camera. But this is real life. This is marriage. Mm-hmm. This is how it goes.
Yeah,
we're just gonna put it all out there.
And maybe our discussion with each other. Discussion, yes. Mm-hmm. Could help another married couple or couple in general.
That's right.
So you never know.
Or you could pick sides and one of us could win.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Don't actually do that, please.
No, but if you do have thoughts about this after we're done, we will love to read your comments. So post them down below and we'll see what you have to say. All right, let's get started. We are going to talk about Chore Wars.
Chores.
Chore Wars.
Not Chore Wars, the website from, I think, the mid-2000s that a handful of you nerdy folks might know about. But just, chores.
Chores. Yes, and how we were with them as a couple. So let's start at the beginning. In the very beginning of our marriage, right? So we were married, both young, both
in college.
Right, both in college. You are going to school full time and working full time, and I'm working full time and going to school part time.
Yeah, we were busy.
Yeah, we were busy.
Poor. And we lived in a poor apartment that did not have a washer and dryer inside of it. You had to go to the little.
You had to walk down to the end of the unit.
Thing, yeah. Somebody might steal your clothes. It was great.
I think they actually did a couple times.
Yeah.
A couple times. I think there was like that homeless person that would go in there and take our clothes.
That was fun.
That was fun, yeah. And there was some other reason. It was just a great little memories. So we helped out we helped each other a lot.
Yeah, we basically just split the chores.
Yeah.
She still does the cooking because she's good at it and I am not.
I did come home once from work and you had made bacon and eggs.
High cuisine. That's fancy stuff.
It was good.
But she literally said once, she remembers the one time I made dinner.
Yeah, because I walked in the door and the cat was on the table trying to eat the bacon.
Oh, darn that darn cat.
It was alien, yeah. But yes, at the beginning of our marriage, we both were busy, so we both helped out with laundry and vacuuming and a lot of the basic chores, the everyday chores.
And I'd say things were roughly 50-50. I don't feel like either of us felt cheated. I don't know.
No.
Did you feel,
No, I probably looked at the way you folded towels and cringed a little bit, but and then refolded them when I put them away. But I still do that.
Breaking news. But towels are easy. You just shoot and then shoot. I mean, they're rectangles.
Yeah, but you don't fold them as a rectangle. You fold it half, and then you fold it half again, and then you fold, and that drives me crazy. You fold, and then then tri-fold.
Everything you just said sounded totally reasonable to me. Well, so you fold it, and then you fold it, and then you fold it, and that drives me crazy.
Right, because it's a big old towel. You want it small and condensed so you can stack them up better.
Oh, so does that mean you fold it one more time? Was it 4 folds? What am I doing?
Fold, fold. Yeah.
So I did 3 folds, and you were like, obviously it's 4.
Right, because you folded in half the last one, but I pull it down and then fold it over one more time.
I don't know what that means.
But I am thankful. I mean, he folds towels, so that's great. And then later on in life, once we had our first child, we moved into a house, and then I stayed home full time. I had graduated college by then, and you were working full time. Yep. We both had graduated college by then. You had decided to continue on for your master's, but
I think was I still working on my master's when RJ was born?
I think so.
I don't even remember. I think I did my master's while we had our youngest.
Youngest was Sarah.
Wow, we were really busy.
Yeah.
We were really, really busy.
So then it was a little bit different, trying to do housework and having a little kiddo. And I think
I was doing very little housework.
Yeah.
And she was doing a lot of housework, which sort of makes sense. again, with a baby, I think things are more difficult, but especially as babies get older, if one person's working full time, there should at least be more on the other, I would think. But
I think
that's when the battles start, and the blood was drawn, and the police were called. It was horrible, everyone.
No, there was none of that.
None of that.
Oh my goodness.
Not even a little blood?
No.
This is from... No, I'm just kidding.
And I think, though, the very beginning of having RJ at home with and being by myself, I might have gone through a little bit of postpartum depression, but I didn't realize really what it was. I was feeling kind of down and blah, and really having a hard time being motivated to do things. Because I remember you coming home sometimes and being like, this is like maybe 3 to 6 months in too, so it was probably a little later than that with the postpartum, but coming in and saying like, you have laundry sitting on the couch, honey. What have you done all day? And then you see like the Wendy's cup and you're like, oh, but you had time to go out and eat lunch, huh?
I feel bad, but it's probably true. I probably said that.
Yeah, but I think in my defense, it was, when you stay home and you're bored, it's like for you, like sitting behind the computer all day kind of by yourself, it's nice to take that lunch break.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of for me being able to get out of the house and kind of like see the world. Man, look, there's other people.
It is tough though, because you can sometimes come home from work and be like, especially on a bad day, if that makes sense. You had a bad day, right? You're like, I didn't really want to go. I was tired. I was whatever. Or things were crummy, but I went anyway and I did it anyway. And then you come home and you're like, oh. Why do I have to do it if you don't have to do it,
Right, yeah.
But because there's that different dynamic. If you're stay at home, you kind of, you get some control over when and how you do things, which I am jealous of. I've told you that 100 times. I'm so jealous. I don't want to stay at home all day especially with young kids. I think I'd go insane. I could do it, but
it'd be fun, I think, with Kai now being 4.
It'd be difficult. It'd be tough for me. But there's a flip side, which is I do envy you just kind of do your schedule how you want to do it. You want to take a nap at this point and you want to wake up in the middle of the night and do your work then? I guess you could. Like, you have a lot of freedom for how you do things. And I wish I had that.
That's more, though, now that Kai's 4. It wasn't like that.
Yeah, with babies, the baby rules your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have zero freedom.
Let them know that you do realize that. Like, you weren't like, here's a baby. Why didn't you do the dishes today? Like, no, I had a baby, like, attached to me all day. Like, he was just near me.
That was always the tricky part. Because if I thought, I feel like you didn't do your fair share, I have no way of knowing. Like, I'm not here. I don't know what happened with the baby all day.
Yeah.
And then maybe we'd argue or not, or we'd move on.
Right. Yeah, that's true. And there's sometimes you come home and the house is a mess, and I'd be like, honey, or I'd call you, can you pick up Chick-fil-A on the way home? It's just been one of those days. Yeah, and then you'd kind of watch the kids, and then I'd finish doing the dishes or trying to do some laundry or whatever, where you'd help out. But one thing that I've learned is that, when you were at work, and especially now that the kids are a little older, they come in and kind of like, Daddy, when you come home, you really appreciate everyone acknowledging that you're home because you feel loved and
man, one of the best feelings as a dad is walking home.
Yeah.
Just coming in the door when you've got that like 2, 3, 4-year-old and like, Daddy! And they run full speed at the door and grab you and you're like, oh, this is so
yeah.
You don't actually do that.
But then, like, after the moments of, hey, Daddy, we missed you, how was work? Leave you alone and give you time to decompress. A lot of people are like, but the car ride home, he had time to decompress. Well, yeah.
That might be true if your car ride's long enough.
Right, but I don't know how traffic was. Maybe traffic was super stressful and busy, and you had to focus on that, and you really couldn't decompress from the day. Maybe your mind was, thinking of other things that you had to do when you got home, and so, giving you that 10, 15 minutes to try to woosah.
Yeah. And those can easily
really
get taken away.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen days where I've had to, especially as the kids get older, because when your kids get older, they're not as demanding, but you can actually explain to them, hey, I'm tired. Like, understand? And I've definitely had times where I've had to remind, as it's like 8 p.m. on Friday, and I've had to remind them, guys, I got up yesterday morning, went from 7 a.m. till 9 p.m. with doing exactly whatever anyone else needed or wanted. Then you had a little bit of time, then woke up this morning at 7 a.m. It's now 8 p.m. on Friday.
Let me turn my brain off.
I'm not going to last. Like, there's no amount of heroic effort that's going to make me be a pleasant person to deal with if you don't leave me alone.
I need my space.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I remember doing that once when we were going on a camping trip on a Friday, and got off work and then started driving for this camping trip. I had to pick up this thing and this thing, and it was 9 p.m. and I was like, dude, someone else has got to take over or something. I'm not going to make it.
Yeah, but it's a lot harder now with COVID going on and you working from home.
You're doing extra because I'm here.
Well, yeah,
like, she'll walk up with lunch and be like, I brought you lunch, sweetie. And it's really nice. But I'm like, man, I'm adding even more to you.
Oh, no, it's okay. I don't mind. Sometimes. Some days I don't mind. But I was going to say was, sometimes it's harder for you to be able to go downstairs and reset because you don't have that drive, from work to home.
There's nowhere to go.
And then, you only have
here.
like 10 steps to go down, and then you go to the chaos of the living room and me finishing up getting dinner ready. And you really don't have time to reset yourself before Makai is jumping on you, or one of the kids are asking for you for something.
When you're getting to the end of the day, you're probably going, oh, finally, there's some other adult here who can field some of these questions from kids and requests and stuff.
But it doesn't really matter, though. Like, I don't know how you guys feel about this, especially, like, other moms, but I'll be upstairs and I'll tell Rob. I might not tell everybody else, but I'll tell Robbie. I'm like, hey, I'm going upstairs for 15 minutes to just lay on the bed, just do whatever. And then a kid will come knock on the door to ask me something. And I'm like,
right. They walked right by me to do it.
Yeah, and I'm like, I am not the only parent in this house.
Dude, the secret
Go ask your father.
So easy. And I bet lots of guys have this. It's very simple.
Goodness.
Because I will just say no a lot. And then, so what do? They're like, Don't ask dad, go ask mom. And then nobody bothers me. Easy.
Oh my goodness. Maybe I need to start saying no more.
Mm-hmm. You actually do need to say no more.
Okay. No. Shh. No.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm practicing. But yeah, we've tried a couple times for you to kind of help out a little bit more, like with chore stuff.
and it's gone terribly.
So funny because it's not funny at the time.
I forget.
I can look back at it, but he will like die on this hill that I never told him or asked him to do this. And I'm like, no, I asked you. He's like, but you never said anything. I'm like, but I did. So I think I'm going to start getting my camera out and start recording our conversations. So that way I can like put them in a folder and I can be like, ask Rob to sweep 3 times a week. And then when he comes back and doesn't remember, I can play it for him. Because since recall is not working very well.
Oh, yeah. I have a bad memory. But because of my bad memory, I often just assume you're right with things. But I guess with some of these, I'm not doing that. I don't actually remember some of the discussions you're referencing.
You never assume that I'm right.
Yes, I do.
When you can't remember something, no, you do not, sir. See, recall's still not working.
They don't know who recall is.
Recall is Rob's person in his brain that reminds him of things from past Rob.
That sounds crazy, but basically I created a symbol for this guy in my brain. Recall. He's a little dwarf and he's terrible. His only job is to bring me memories, and he never does it. And now I sound like a crazy person on the internet. We're arguing, and I'm a crazy person.
But yeah, I mean, it's just like the other day we were talking, I think a couple months ago, I was like, babe, it'd be nice, especially now that you're home, you don't have the stresses from driving or whatever, that if maybe you could help sweep. Like, that's all I need you to do is like sweep. Maybe, like Mondays.
I must have done it at least once.
Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Can you sweep underneath the table? Like, that's like your thing. And he did it once on a Wednesday. And it never happened again.
So,
But it might have, but with me, I don't like to bring it back up because I don't want to like argue. So I just let it go. And then you forget that you were supposed to. And then that's how it goes.
it is tough. I mean, because when we have had an argument actually gotten into, like recently, it has centered around where I've gone, are you sure I'm doing less than you right now, though? Like, even though you're doing the majority of the chores, other than like kids, which we're also getting them involved in things.
Yeah, it's nice having them older now, like they do. Majority.
I still go, I mean, if you look at today, I woke up before you, and I haven't stopped since I woke up. I don't think you've caught me yet. You can't have. And
I woke up before him today.
Not today, but I mean.
You said today.
The day that we have the argument.
Oh.
Today's Sunday. You actually did wake up before, but that's almost unheard of. What was that about?
I think it was because you let me sleep until 11 yesterday.
That's true. Aha! Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I got bonus points online. See, I'm not the worst husband.
He's not the worst husband.
Like third or fifth or something.
You're awesome. Yeah, and then I think I went to bed at like midnight, so I got plenty of sleep. My rest meter is full. I might not even take a nap today. No, I'll take a nap today.
I have an application I want to get to at some point.
Yeah, go for it.
Advice for parents.
Uh-oh.
Are we at that point? I don't want to jump the gun.
No, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
So here...
Get your pen and paper out.
This is... Oh, I just
ready.
realized how obnoxious this is, because I guess by some definitions I might be mansplaining, which is, very taboo right now. But I do know cases where you've got... I know in some relationships you got one person being the homemaker and the other one working. And I've seen a few cases where the homemaker person goes, ugh, like, why didn't you just do it? They'll say, I wanted, why, you should have done X, you should have done the dishes. And the breadwinner person will go, well, why? How do I know? You didn't tell me to do this. And they'll say, you should have seen them and just known.
They were sitting there full.
Now, I sort of get that. Like, if I try to put myself in the position of the person who's been at home all day, but if you flip it around, I think you'll realize that's crazy, right?
Why is that crazy?
So you get up, you go somewhere else, right? You're somewhere else all day, you work, and then you come home. There's some state of things that maybe needs addressing or maybe doesn't. Right. You have no idea what her plans were. No idea what the homemaker person was thinking. They wanted to do this or that, or whether they're
So do you feel like you might be walking into like a minefield?
You do walk into a minefield, right? You go pick up something, and then someone later is like, what happened to my thing? And you're like, oh, I didn't know. I got that out because I wanted to, right? You had nothing to do. You cannot be manager because you're just not there. You can't be the decision maker, but you can be the grunt. So if they're like, dude, I really need you to do the dishes tonight. Please do the dishes tonight. You could do the dishes tonight. But if they're like, I really need you when you see something that he's doing to do it, I don't know if you can successfully do that. I don't know.
Yeah.
And you don't, just for reference, Charity does not do that to me. She'll just tell me, please do the dishes or something if she wants that.
Yeah.
But
there's been a couple times.
I have seen other people that do that.
There's been a couple times, though, in our marriage that I have gotten really frustrated with you because you will be like, I can't take this anymore. And you'll start cleaning up stuff. And then you just...
Wait, and then you get mad at me when I clean up or mad at me because I clean up wrong?
No, let me finish.
Okay.
Please. Sorry. Thank you. You start cleaning up stuff and then dump it on our bed.
Oh.
Like, do you remember those times? You haven't done it in a really long time.
I would clean up anything I could, and if it was like...
Right, you didn't know
if I was like, I have no idea where you want this or what this... Like, because that's our thing. I'm kind of minimalistic a little bit with stuff.
Yeah.
And you like stuff, and I basically never know where the stuff
Yeah,
came
and
from
I've
or
done a
goes.
lot better since we've moved into our, hopefully our house for a long time. I have downsized a lot of my, knickknacks.
So that would really
and
annoy
candles.
you, huh?
Oh my gosh, so much.
I was never sure what to do with the stuff.
Oh my goodness, don't touch it.
What? See what I mean? You can't. Don't just do the dishes. You might get in trouble.
I didn't ask you to touch it. Don't touch it.
Yeah.
But then I get mad because he didn't help.
No, I mean,
so it's
truthfully, it's funny. A lot of this stuff is from the past.
Yeah.
Because, truthfully, you were kind of messy, and I was, too judgmental, and both of us have met each other mostly halfway there, and we're kind of there. Well, I say that, and then tomorrow we're gonna have a huge fight.
I think the farther we go along
say that.
in our marriage, and the more we mature, and age,
and wrinkle,
and have teenage kids that we can be like, you didn't listen to me? Go clean the bathroom. That works too.
That's how you get some chores done.
Go clean the bathroom.
That is the truth. I will see stuff and be like, that needs doing. I really don't want to do that tonight. And then, man, that first time a kid acts up, I'm almost like, yes. That could be a bad sign.
Especially with such an evil laugh.
My kids are always like, how come you enjoy so much giving us work? And they'll get mad at me. But truthfully, I kind of do. There's something about it that's just like, especially if you can make it fit the crime, right?
Yep. I love it when the
your
kids...
bathroom is disgusting. Go clean your bathroom. And they're like, can I get help? And you're like, no. You didn't have help dirtying it, and you left it like that. And
I'll come teach you. Like I always I'll go in like the first time. So our old house, we only had one bathroom between the 6 of us. Well, 1.5, but we never really used the other one. So now we have 4 bathrooms. So
too many.
We have the boys have their own, and then Sarah and Kai have one, and then we have one, and then there's the one down in the common area, right? And so Sarah, the common area. Sarah and Kai, since they share one, Sarah cleans that bathroom and
so
takes
for
care
reference,
of it.
this is a 4-year-old and an 11-year-old girl.
Yes.
I think that might be the most disgusting bathroom combination. It is bad.
So bad. And so, especially since she's creative and loves to paint and do her hair.
Yeah, so it's not clean and there's paint everywhere.
So I'll go in and I'll teach her how to, clean the base of the toilet, how you need to wipe off, this or that spray and sweep and dust and whatever. Like, I always teach them how to do that, like all 4 of them.
Yeah, so they have they're 13, and 11, the older ones.
Right.
At this point, they know how to do it.
Yeah.
They usually just don't want to.
Right. And so then I go in, I'm just like, Sarah, what is, or Devin or RJ, whatever. And they're like, what? You didn't teach me how to do it. I'm like, yes, I did. Here, I'll teach you now. I'll take the paper towel, One of the things that...
You're making us sound way more patient than we are, though, when we're in...
Well, I have my moments of patience. One of the nice things, too, is when the kids were, around 9... I taught them how to do their own laundry.
Yeah.
Which
I had no hand in any of that, and they've been doing it for a long time, and it's been going great.
Which has been great. Like, it helps take a lot off of my plate with things.
It really gives them the response. Like, it sounds like, now we don't have to do work, put it on the kids. But I think it has a very positive impact, not just on their responsibility level, but on their happiness.
Yeah.
And that's a weird thing about humans. All of us think we will be happier if we don't work. And everything we know, psychologically speaking, says you're happiest when you work.
Yeah, it gives you that responsibility. It gives you, like, a pride in yourself.
Yeah.
The kids, I will wash clothes, like, throughout the week, like, whenever I need. But RJ usually has Mondays and Tuesdays to wash and finish his laundry. Devin has, like, the 2 more days, and then Sarah has the Friday, Saturday. And so they know, like, they need to, have their clothes washed and put away that last day. So if he starts on Monday, everything has to be folded and put away by that Tuesday for him to, before he, like, gets on screens or whatever.
It never happens.
It doesn't. I usually am like today, Sarah didn't put her clothes away yesterday. So she had to put them away before she got on screens today.
I think I hear you nagging kids for laundry 8 times a week, probably.
Yeah. But the funny thing is, like, yesterday, Sarah was like, I didn't have time. I'm like, Sarah, I put them in the dryer for you that morning. You had a couple hours, like, before we got busy in the afternoon to put your clothes away. You just need to try to prioritize a little bit better with that. But it's so funny, like, the 11-year-old mind, I didn't have any time. Like,
come on. They're so floppy at that age.
Like, you had 30 minutes. That's enough for you to put away laundry.
Nobody told me. I didn't know. Okay. See, instead of arguing with each other, we can make fun of them. They're not here to defend themselves.
That's not good either.
Our kids are awesome.
I think
legit awesome.
Yeah, they are
Wish
legit
them bad
awesome.
nothing. They're lovely.
But I would say,
and fun.
Instead of chore wars between each other, we've kind of hit the next level where it might be more chore wars
with the kids.
With the kids, yeah. You know, coming in they'll sweep the cat litter up, and I go in, I'm stepping all over cat litter. I'm like, who just did this?
It's so bad.
Some kid will be like, I did. I'm like, go redo it, please.
Yeah.
And they huff, and I'm like, you know, that's kind of more the tug of war, chore wars that we deal with now. But
Chore wars.
I agree with what you said about being a minefield of, you know, like, you know, the expectation is for you as a husband to help out around the house. But at the same time, you're like, but if I touch something, is she going to explode at me or get upset with me? And I don't know what to do. So it does help, like, for me to say, hey, Rob, can you empty the dishes? I'm going to wash them, but I need you to empty the dishes, you know?
I mean, basically, the homemaker has to own the, like, managerial part.
Right. And I did that.
That means assigning tasks. Here you go, here you go, here you go, do that.
I did that the other day.
Yeah.
I said, it was with emptying the dishes. I said, I need to empty the dishwasher because you were asking what we needed to do today. And I said, I need to empty the dishwasher. And you went, okay. And started emptying the dishes. And I was like, no. I said, I need to empty the dishes. You're good. You had like a crazy yesterday at work. It was Saturday.
How do I know when you're saying I'm supposed to do it and I'm not supposed to do it?
Right. And then I was like,
words can mean opposites.
That's true. But then I was like, because I'm telling you, go relax. I mean it. It's totally fine.
And then she gave me a kiss. It was nice.
And it was totally fine. And I let him go relax. I knew he had a rough day at work and the day before or whatever. And so I think through all of this, the important thing is communication. Talking to your spouse, like what is expected of them. Because even in life, right? Say if you and your friend are talking, it's nice to know what's expected out of you, right?
Yeah.
It's nice to know what to do so you can first do the best job you can do. And then for me, like I need to know what is expected out of me so I don't fail. Like that's my thing. It's like, tell me what's
that's a personality thing too, but it's one we share.
Yeah.
We both have I want to know what you want. Like I want to know exactly what the criteria is that when I pass it, I won't get blamed is really, I guess, really what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So that really helps.
Which isn't, I guess, great, but it is a gut reaction that I have, and I think you have too.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah, and I think it does help with chores and helping around the house when you communicate and say, you know, first thing in the morning, like it's Saturday. Hey, babe, this is what I'm thinking today. I would like you to be certain. Honey, I need you to help me with the dishes today. I have laundry and like bathrooms I need to clean. So you helping me with the laundry? Nope, not laundry. Dishes would be super helpful. I can get things knocked out faster. So I can relax too. I think that is part of my upsetness sometimes where I'll see everybody else sitting around playing games. I want to relax too. Yeah. And then I get snippy at the kids because I want to relax and they're playing on games and I walk down and their room's not clean like they said they would. So it's like, no, I want to relax. So yeah, I think something that you can take away from my point of view is as a wife and that you use communication to really tell your husband, you know, what your desires are. And then I think that has helped a lot.
I guess we haven't really given a tip towards the breadwinner person, but that's easy. Just like do the dishes. Come on, just do them. Just quit whining. Yeah, you can analyze the fairness of it. Well, just do the dang dishes.
Right. And
Put a smile on your face as you do it, man. Quit whining.
Whistle while you work. I think sometimes it bothers me. Like I'll try to, like, say if you come down for a break to get something to drink or whatever, and I'll be on my phone. I think, oh no, he's come down twice so far, and I've been on my phone both times.
And I want to pretend like I didn't notice. I did.
I know he's noticed. I know he's noticed. But at the same time, he doesn't know what I've done. Those other parts of the, you know. And there's certain days, just like at work, where you don't have a lot of work to do and you have to think things up. And then there's days where you're like super busy and you're crammed. Housework is the same way.
Work is not that way. You're just busy all the time. That's work. That's my experience with work.
Well, some of my jobs, there have been jobs where like I haven't been very busy.
I guess it depends. As a software developer, there's always more to do than you want. Almost never are you like, I have nothing to do. Even if you have nothing to do, you really have a lot of stuff you could do.
Well, like when I was working at CopyMax, and if it wasn't very busy, we didn't have a lot of customers to make copies or to get booklets put together or whatever, you were organizing the paper or dusting or, fixing things up. You continue to make yourself look busy because...
That's how you did in customer service. You gotta look busy.
Look
Food
busy.
line, same way. Grocery store, same way.
Right. So it's kind of like that's what I'm talking about because that's been my experience with, comparing that to housework. But
Yeah.
Do you have anything else that you want to maybe give advice or whatever before we close?
No, I think it's good. Just do the dang dishes. Come on, dude. If she's like, you never help me with the dishes, why don't you help me? Don't worry about the general vague comment. Just do them right then.
Say, I got you, babe.
You can't fix general things. Just do the specific things.
That moment. Be there in the moment.
Yeah.
Be there in the moment. And with that, we're going to say goodbye. So we hope that you have a wonderful night, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.